So the three big stories that I want to talk about today are not the most important stories, but they're stories that add context and meaning to what we know about what's happening in Ukraine. So my whole channel is dedicated to trying to give you context. So the first one is that the Ukraine seems to be the first country that's going to bring war crimes, environmental war crimes to bear. And we don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but they have 2,500 potential environmental crimes. I'm not sure how that'll play out. Certainly the Nova Kahova Dam incident will be one of them, and that would be very important. $16 billion worth of damage came out of the Nova Kahova Dam. Okay, that's the first one. Second one is corruption. This is not necessarily that we found corruption, but there was a Kyiv Independent paper article that was talking about how they looked at something like 9,000 cases of Western aid coming to Ukraine. They could track 6,000 of them. They couldn't track down about 3,000 of them. That does not mean that those 3,000 were necessarily diverted. But of those 3,000, some of them probably have been. These are things like remote control aerial vehicles, drones, body armor, things along those lines. And if they find that that has been diverted, that's really like crazy evil to be diverting that to make a profit during a time of war where people are going to die if they don't have the kinds of resources that they need. But they haven't proven that 3,000 have been diverted. They just can't track down those 3,000. So it's the kind of thing that I applaud Kyiv Independent for doing to try to actually work through, is something happening, rather than to just sweep it under the rug. The third one was a story about Zelenskyy and Erdoğan meeting. And they're meeting and they're talking about those things that they agree on with the peace plan for Ukraine. But then there was another line in there that really caught my attention. It was that they also talked about minimizing casualties in the Israeli-Gaza war. Now, the reason that that's important is because Zelenskyy is squarely in Israel's corner, and Turkey is squarely, Erdogan is squarely in Gaza's corner. But yet they're finding places of agreement. And this is something that we need to spend more time doing. I'm a conservative Republican, and most of the people that I talk to are on the left side of the spectrum. But we can agree on things like that are important, like supporting Ukraine. And we need to do a lot more of that in life. Okay, I'm at 3 minutes. Thank you for listening to my three big stories. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for caring about Ukraine.